Hello, party people. Hello. It's Brandy for Thunderhorse Descendant, and I'm going to jump on here and make some quick earrings. So, just to tell you a little bit about what I got going on my mat. I have two pressed glass heart beads. I've got some other glass beads here, cathedral beads, some Chinese crystals. These are all the little tiniest tassels from Jesse James beads, and I've just got some hardware over here. So what I thought we would do today is I will just show you a couple of different ways that I make earrings, and we'll go from there. So first things first, I think we will start with, let's start with these heart earrings. Okay. So what I'm going to do first for those is I'm going to take 24 gauge wire and I'm going to wrap them because they are top drilled. And I'm going to wrap them so that we can get them on the earring. So you do not need much of this wire. This is probably way more than you would need, and this is about 4.5 inches long. But better safe than sorry, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that wire through the top. And I'm going to give this a little bend right here. I'm going to come in with my round nose plier and get a hold of that. Give it a little bend, and then I'm going to take both wires and go over the top. I'm going to spin my tool, and I'm going to go around. Just going to straighten up these loops a little bit. Because I'm using the 24 gauge wire, I don't mind having the two loops on the top, because to me it just gives a little more stability. But you do want to come in with your plier here and make sure that all of these little tails and whatnot are secure in there. Okay, so this is what you end up with. So now we'll do the other side the same way. Quite honestly, I think I could get away with using what's left over here. So again, just going to give this a little bit of bend. The reason I'm doing this is just to make it easier for them to fit together, so that when I come in with my round nose, I'm going to grab right there, give it a bend, over the top, spin my tool, and then spin around the heart. I'll give it a little trim. If I can get in there. There we go. And okay. Make sure all the tails and everything is tucked in. So here's your two top drilled hearts. So excuse me, if you've ever had a problem with top drilled beads and you don't know what to do, this is what I do. Okay, so from here, I'm going to take a head pin. Just going to open that a little bit, put it on there, close it back up. Easy peasy, just like you would with any charm. I do want to make sure that this guy is touching. And then I'm going to just thread my beads on, as I normally would. So I thought I was going to like that, but you know, I got to find a little something here. Here we go. So these are dyed pink agate, and I'm just going to try those on there just for a little something. Because these are going to be for Valentine's Day, so in my opinion, red and pink will just go fine together. But the thing that makes an earring is spacer beads. It gives it more depth. This is just my opinion. It gives it more depth. It gives it more, I don't know what you want to call it. That's something extra. So doesn't that look a lot better? So now what I do, everybody does this a little bit different. So I'm going to do a wrapped loop. I'm not going to do a simple loop simply because I'm not a firm believer in the simple loop. But anyways, you're going to want your heart to be staring out at you. I'm going to give it about not even a quarter of an inch. So when I bend this, my plier right here is going to touch that bead. Now you have to be careful if you're going to do it this way. Because most of the time these beads are glass or something and they can break. But that's my measurement. Then I go over the top and I'm going to go around. These head pins that I'm using, they're like steel head pins, so they're a little tougher. So I really shouldn't be cutting that with my flush cutter, but I am. Okay, tuck your tail in. Again, when you're tucking things in, especially if you're working with glass beads, you got to be careful because you'll crack your beads if you get it too tight. Okay, so then this is what we end up with. And I'm going to put that on a latch back. So I'm just going to grab my jump ring here, and you're always going to turn this way. Not this way, this way. Okay? Put that in there. So when it hangs, you're going to be able to see you want your heart to hang front ways. And then just close it back up. And there you go. So that's my first example. And then I'll do the other side for that later. For my second example, what I'm going to do is a little something different. I'm going to take just wire, my 24 gauge wire, and I'm going to get about 5 inches. Okay. I'm just going to pull on this a little bit to get the kinks out. I have a wire straightener, but this wire is so little, it can kind of just, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these ends even right here. And then I'm going to find me a flower tassel that I like. And I'm going to be using these beads. So I probably will want to use the pink or the red, I guess. I'll use the pink. Could use these, either of these. I think I'll go with the flower. So I'm going to put the flower on. Okay. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to crisscross this so they come together. And then right where they crisscross, I'm going to take my plier and I'm going to bend it out on each side. The reason that you're doing this in this particular situation is so that when you put beads on top, it's not going to choke out your loop. So it should look like this. Because I'm going to bring these both together, and I'm going to put my beads on both of these wires. So then you just start building whatever you think needs to go on there. See how when I pull that first bead down, because I made those little bends, it's not going to choke this loop out. So put those little pink ones on, and again, as I said before, I want to put on some hardware. This is a personal preference. If you don't prefer to have hardware on your earring, that's completely up to you. It also depends on how long you want them. And let's do another one of these. Okay, so this is what I got. So now I'm going to take this right here. Again, barely even 1/4 of an inch, if that. Give it a bend over the top. Spin your plier, spin your wire. Give it a trim. And tuck it in. I always give this a little squish so that it work hardens it a little bit. And then with this guy, I'm going to do a French earring wire. Put him on there. And there you go. Kind of got a little mess down here, but that's the way it goes, right? So there's one, and there's two. They just need their mates and they're ready to go. You have two very cute starts to Valentine's Day earrings. If you like these videos and you want to see more from me, Randy, at Thunderhorse Descendant, give me a like, share, a comment, subscribe to the channel. It would be very much appreciated, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.